Podcast. Your host, Alex and Andrew. Today's special guest features Cameron from Addalemon.
I thought you were gonna be like, today's special guest is me.
Oh, yeah. They don't know that. They don't know.
Oh well, this is you're our special guest for
Yay.
the second time.
Mm-hmm.
And you've been
that was like the most unenthusiastic. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We got this guy again. We got this guy again.
Do it out of love, man.
But you've been like a secondary guest at least a few times. So I mean.
Yeah. I was away for a little while because I had work on Sundays, so it was kind of hard. And then Saturdays became like an issue. But you know, I'm back now, back in school, no job.
We just started having primary and also secondary guests.
Exactly.
Oh, you see, I'm trying to remember what episode number you were. Let's see. I'm pulling it up here. Oh yeah, you were episode 11.
Oh dang.
So now we're on 47. This is 47.
47.
47.
Dang.
Yeah,
3 to
How
50.
time flies.
it's been a while. How many weeks is that? That's a lot of weeks.
Someone do the math.
How long has it been? I could just tell you the date.
What was the date?
Wasn't it last year?
It was no, we started at the end of last year. Oh, let me find it. Episode 11. Cameron, 10/15/2018. So yeah, it was about a year ago.
Yeah.
A little less than a year. We've been doing this for, it doesn't seem like it's been that long.
No, it doesn't. It just seems like it was like a few months ago.
I don't want to watch the old episodes. I don't want to cringe too hard.
Yeah, cringe is bad.
Me too.
It's just like me like, hey, hey. I'd still like that though, so whatever.
Still awkward.
I'm
We're all awkward.
I people in high school used to call me Awkward Alex. I don't know where that story was going, but that's funny.
I don't know, man. It's normal, I guess.
I mean,
Yeah, that's kind of like the thing like in high school. Everyone just takes like the first letter, you know, and they just say A something, you know, Alex.
were you
Like, awesome.
Were you crusty Cameron?
Cringy Cameron. I don't know. I never really had one of those moments, but I knew there were other kids that were like Dirty Dan, you know, like Dirty Dan or.
Damn, Daniel.
You know, like, oh yeah, damn Daniel, you know, yeah, see.
And then Andrew was Andrew.
Yeah.
That's it. Just that. I'm just kidding.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Anyway, so what are we talking about? Are we talking about a band?
We're talking about a little ripe band.
So that album cover is really killer. So what do you got to say about that?
So the album cover was designed by my buddy David, who goes by the artist name Solo. I met him on Instagram, and he just so happened to live like 20 minutes away from where I live down here in Monterey. So I hit him up and I said, hey, we should like meet up. So I randomly met this guy, and we just became like good buds. And then eventually he started doing all our art, and then it kind of just is a combination of things that are talked about in the album, you know, like Elmer's Blues, which is like about like it's a reference to Elmer's glue. I don't know why.
No, there's the choice of color is just so good. I'm just looking at it. It's just like, and there's a lot going on in the picture too. It's got 1,000 words, you know.
Yeah, you know, and that's the thing I liked about it too, was there's just a lot going on. I didn't want it to be something super simple, kind of to just represent a bunch of different things, kind of like who we were at that moment, and kind of captured it, you know. And it's also it's just different to me, you know. I feel like a lot of bands nowadays, well, not a lot, but I mean the ones I've seen just cop out and just do a picture of like just a picture and put text over it, you know.
Right.
You know, and this, I just feel like this is a little bit more like drawn out. I mean, obviously it was drawn out, but more, you know, planned and, you know, has meaning.
Is there gonna be like a vinyl release?
Yeah, so I was looking into getting lathe cuts of the vinyl, and we might be doing that in the future in a couple of months. We're just waiting to see if we sell out of all the CDs and the cassettes at our record release show. We'll definitely order some on lathe cut, and then they'll be on clear colored vinyl, and we'll get those in like December, January, and then sell those.
No, I'll buy one definitely. That's what I was thinking. Cause I collect vinyls, but I love ones that have like really cool artwork. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna probably like do like a numbered edition too, because it's like they're gonna be limited to like 50 or so, because they're all hand cut.
That's really sick. I want at least one of those.
One to play, and then one to put on the wall. And then one to throw like a frisbee.
Just buy 3. The minimum order is 3. Sorry.
Sorry, folks. That's just how it is.
Have you ever wait? Do you have vinyls? Do you collect vinyls?
Yeah, I have so many.
Have you ever like accidentally broke one?
I haven't accidentally broke one. I did the thing where like you snap one in half. It was to like an old one from like the 60s. And I snapped it, and it like, I literally thought I was gonna cut my wrist, because it like, the shards just came out everywhere. And the way like, when I broke it, those things are actually hard to break, especially if it's like a thicker vinyl record. It's insane.
They made it look so easy on Ed, and Eddie when they were going through Eddie's brothers records.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So are we gonna watch the music video? Or...
Yeah, so I'll give a little backstory on it. So the lead single off the album is called Laces. It's a song about fucking up. Basically about kind of draws reference to when I broke my arm and stuff like that. And we wanted to just basically make a music video that's kind of DIY. It kind of looked like a skate video cut in with band footage.
Yeah, there is actual skating in there.
Yeah, and it's not to say it's good skating, but there was skating involved.
Yeah, we watched the video on one of our episodes before, like when you first put it out, but I think it's worth another one because it's so good.
It's definitely worth the commentary.
I thoroughly laughed my ass off the first time I saw it.
I don't think I've seen it. I think it was just you, Alex.
Was it just me?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it was just me, and I was just watching the video, like talking about it. I don't remember which episode that was, but yeah, we're gonna do it again. We're gonna do Laces by Addalemon. So how do you add a lemon?
By cutting off a slice and then putting it in something.
So if I had fairly godparents, I would wish that 1 + 1 = lemon.
Exactly.
Is that the... No. All right.
One does not simply just add a lemon.
Okay, I'm gonna play the video now.
All right.
Oh my god, fuck this. Okay.
Feel free to stop it at any point if you have any questions. Fuck.
Dude, so you can see the water bottle in the video. You can see the water bottle.
Dude, why don't you just do it for real?
Did you show the water bottle on purpose?
No, we were trying to get him to actually go pee, but he couldn't do it.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah,
Wait, who's gonna clean it up?
I wasn't gonna be me. It wasn't my house.
Damn.
I would have cleaned it.
Oh, it's his house?
Yeah, it was technically his house.
So you just like, okay, that's why he probably could pee. He probably just didn't want to because he would have to clean it up himself.
Yeah.
That's what I would be like, fuck that. Whatever.
We tried to get a better shot of the water bottle part, but you know, it just wasn't really working out.
Dude, oh my. That is the best outfit I've ever seen.
That was all our buddy Taxera. He was like, I'll dress for myself. So we literally had like an old Walmart vest and like the shoes and everything. And just we went to that skate park and there's just kids there all hanging out and just like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
That's sick.
And we were literally there for like 10 minutes and then left. And he's like, he didn't even stay there for like an hour-long shoot. It was just like, oh, let's just screw around for 10 minutes and then cut the best stuff up.
Dude, the socks and the sandals and the blinds classes, whatever they're called, it's just like, it's just so complete.
Those classic Kanye West glasses.
Classic Kanye.
Funny enough, I edited this whole thing and like it was the first time like editing audio and matching it up.
You did a good job, man.
And dude, that's what I was gonna say. Like I think I did pretty good for like not knowing what I was doing. This is all done in iMovie.
I would have thought you like paid somebody to do this or something, because it's like pretty good. And I like how you switch instruments. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I like looked up online too, like how to do a music video, and what people were saying was you basically just don't plug your amps in. Normally they would have like drum dampeners, but obviously we didn't have that, so we just cranked up the song really loud on the speakers while we were playing to it, and I mean it looks like like a real music video.
Yeah, dude, it's sick. We need to make a music video.
We should do it. We were gonna do a thing. I think we still are gonna do it. We wanted to do a music video for every song.
That's awesome, dude.
So if anyone out there in the interwebs or anyone want to make a music video to one of our songs, hit us up. We can't pay you, but we can promote the hell out of it.
Do that. The Walmart vest. It's like product placement in your video.
I know, right? Walmart, don't sue us, please.
What if Walmart calls you and wants you to be their like poster people?
Dude, are you alright?
And like you're like on the billboard for Walmart.
Hey, I'll take that.
Would you take that?
I take that. I love that Walmart money. I shop at Walmart. I am an avid Walmart shopper, I will say.
I go to Walmart every once in a while. Like if I need like a pair of shorts, like my work clothes or whatever that I don't really give a shit about, I can buy cheap Walmart clothes,
Yeah. See, and it's like they got the best prices. You can't beat it.
Yeah, I mean, they have good prices because they buy like 700 million of everything, and that's why the price is so low. Because they get a bulk discount. No, they like
Exactly.
it was probably more than that. That was just a huge number. Like you think about it, like if you went to a canning company and said I want 1 billion cans of green beans, they're gonna be like, okay, each can costs 1/10 of a cent because you're buying so many. Or something.
Oh, buying in bulk.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's why the prices are so low. I figured that shit out. That's
Better
why
than Costco.
it's also dollar stores. That's why dollar stores can keep their price so low to $1, because they don't have that much different inventory, but it's like a lot of things that they buy. There's your economics for the
Economics. Educating you here on the Eager Electronics podcast.
Well, what do you want to be educated on?
Anything.
Anything? All right. Well, I don't have a. That's a little too broad. Could be here all day.
We would be here all day, but back to talking about the album. So we got a record release show coming this Tuesday in Sacramento, California.
No way.
Yeah, way. With bands such as Sitting and Waiting, Frantic Antics, and Mom's Friend Steve.
Mom's Friend Steve? That sounds awesome.
That's my old boss at the record store I used to work at. It's his band. It's just guitar and drums.
That's dope. It's like White
Man,
Stripes.
how'd they come up with that name?
Well, the guy's name is Steve.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Oh,
he's friends
okay.
with a lot of moms. So when he comes over, you know, it's mom's friend Steve when anyone asks.
That's funny.
It's too much for me. I can't. It's too dirty for this podcast. This is a children's show.
Children's show.
So I like the let's see. Yeah, so the album cover, I don't know, we already talked about the album cover, but I like the pot leaf on it. I just saw it.
I didn't know there was a pot leaf on it till like after it was printed, and my mom saw it and she was like all sad about it. I was like, it's just an album cover, Mom. It's
You better
like,
not have
serious.
marijuana.
Yeah, exactly.
That reminds me, when I was in high school, I had art class or whatever, and I made this painting, and I don't remember what it was a painting of, but like just something random for art class, and then like I made like a trim, like a border around the painting, and it was like little pot leaves, and I was like drawing it, and then my granddad came up behind me, and he was a retired DEA agent. And he's like,
oh shit.
He's like, those better not be marijuana leaves, young man. And I'm like, nah, it's basil.
Basil.
It's
Oh my god.
You know, I like
Wait,
that basil.
your granddad was a retired DA agent.
Yeah, he was in the DEA.
Whoa,
Yeah, he's like,
that's cool.
yeah.
Did he ever like? Were you ever raised not to? Did he ever say don't do drugs?
Yeah, he always said don't do drugs.
Well, how could you disappoint your granddad like that?
I don't do drugs. What are you talking about?
Sure.
I have his old like raid jacket too. I don't think I'm allowed to wear it in public. It's like it says DEA on the back. It's pretty sick.
Dude, is it like old? Would it be like old jacket, or did they not like change their style ever?
It looks like the ones they wear in like CSI and whatever. And
Oh, okay.
all those crime shows. It's legit. And
Man, that's fucking cool, man. I mean,
so what were the biggest challenges when you were creating your album, Cameron?
Well, when we started the way the whole thing came together is we won this battle of the bands at my school, which got us some recording time, and we knew the recording time was going to be in sometime in January or February. That was when it was going to start. So all during November and December, we finalized the songs. I wrote the last few songs for the record and really polished and perfected them and got every part that we wanted to play like perfected. So when we got into the studio, we just all got in the same room and just our buddy Matt hit record and just played every single song right then and there, and then just overdubbed some vocals and some other guitar stuff and a couple little fixes here and there, and then that was pretty much it.
Dang, that sounds like it was easy. Make it sound easy.
Yeah, I mean, in all honesty, we tracked the majority of the record in 3 days.
That's good though, because everyone actually showed up to do it. That's cool.
Yeah.
When that happens. You know. So did you recorded it mostly yourself, or?
Yeah, we pretty much self-recorded it at the school. We had our other classmates help us record it, and a couple professors, and we kind of just did it over a weekend. You know, just like Friday tracked the main stuff, Saturday some more overdubs, and then Sunday just any last finishing touches, and then I would come through every couple of weeks if there was something that they needed to do, and then eventually we got to the mixing process, and then I was there for that, and we basically mixed it all down and did it on the same console, the same mixing console they used to make Radiohead's OK Computer, which is pretty cool. Fun fact.
The same mixing console?
Not the same one, but the same, like, not the exact same one, but the same brand or whatever one you want to call it, which is kind of cool, you know?
That is cool, yeah.
You
I thought you meant, like, literally the same one, like, it's all greasy and, like...
Hey, I mean, it could be. Who knows?
Could have been.
I don't. Who knows what Radiohead's doing now?
I have no idea what they're doing now. They're probably like, isn't like heroin or something.
Oh my god.
Wait, what?
I don't know.
So what's the So if I wanted to record an album right now, what would I have to do?
What would you have to do?
Yeah.
Well,
What if I don't have any classmates? What if I'm alone?
you're alone. Well, do you have an interface?
Yeah, I do.
How many inputs do you have?
Like 2.
Oh, 2? Oh man.
As it's a cheap one.
Well, I would suggest you get more. If you're gonna self-record it, I would suggest you get more inputs.
So what if I also don't have a band, but I need like a band? Can I just find one on the street?
You could look on Craigslist, put an ad out, say looking to record a band.
I was looking for a drummer one time to jam with, and I found a guy, and he said he was the blast master, and I was like, this is the guy. This is the guy I need to talk to. I don't know.
Did you ever end up doing anything with the Blastmaster?
No, he never responded to me, man. Never responded.
Darn.
And then another guy called me because I posted an ad on Craigslist. Whatever, he called me. He's like, "Hey, you don't need a drummer. What you really need is Jesus Christ in your life."
What?
Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, he called me and said that, and I was like, "Yeah, okay. Well, I kind of need a drummer too." So. You know what I mean? So,
I have never heard someone calling another Craigslist ad person and just saying something completely different than the ad.
I know, it was just so like, I was like at work and I answered the phone. I was like, this is like, why? I understand like your message, but dang,
It's just the weirdest way to do it.
I'm looking for a drummer here. Anyway, yeah, it's always fun to play with people, play music.
Yeah.
Etc. So so when's the tour? When's the tour to Phoenix?
Well, we just did this most recent tour this summer. It was our first full West Coast tour. We played in Eugene, Oregon, Portland, Oregon, Seattle, Olympia, played in Concord, just like South Bay, south of San Francisco, like an hour or so. Then played like all over in LA, and so pretty much conquered all the West Coast. And then that was like our main tour right now because everyone had to go back to work and I went back to school. But we're planning for like this next summer coming up to venture out a little bit more east and maybe hit places like Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, Nevada.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of planning. It's a lot of emails. It's a lot of like a lot of scheduling and just keeping everything organized because it's just emailing a bunch of venues and finding out a day that works, and then sometimes having to like find all of the bands you need for your show you're trying to book, because some venues they'll just say, oh, okay, yeah, sure, we'll just add you onto this bill with a bunch of locals, but some will be like, okay, but you guys gotta put together the whole lineup, and we're just like,
Ooh.
I don't know any. And then that's what happened on that on the West Coast tour when we played at some of the clubs. It was like, you guys got to find all the openers. But I mean, doing that, we ended up making a bunch of new friends and a lot of people that we're still talking to this day. And so it was it's a cool experience, but definitely it's a lot of work. It's a lot of planning.
So do you have any like crazy like stories of anything that happened while you were driving around?
Oh, we got a lot of those. We got a lot of those. Well, the first one, which is kind of funny, is the way we got our tour van for when we played in Oregon and Washington was my drummer and bass player, Steven and Billy. They got in a car accident when they were in LA. Not a huge, like, crazy one, just a little minor one, but it required Steven to get his car taken in, and he had to get a rental. So he delayed the rental car by like a whole month to use the rental van for the tour. So we basically took this, like, I forgot what kind of van it was. It was I can't remember. It wasn't like one of those like like shuttle vans. It was like a minivan basically, and we fit five people in it with all of our gear, and drove from Sacramento all the way up and down the coast on this rental van. And at the end of the whole tour was like basically paid for. Like all we had to pay for was gas. That was it, which is pretty impressive. But other than that, like weird tour stories. Portland was a trip because it was like everybody had tattoos and a beard and was like a hipster and trendy. It was really weird. I was just blown away by the people in Portland. It was crazy. I was not expecting that.
So Portland's just all hipsters?
I mean, there was like non-hipster, you know, like normal old people and like adults, but like it seemed like everyone was like a hipster, you know, like tattoos and piercings, you know, like young.
Just that's more than what you would see normally, like.
Yeah, like more than you would see normally.
Oh.
You know, and a lot more like trendy places, not like mainstream places like Macy's or Sears, but like mom and pa kind of like
coffee
donut shops, coffee shops, music stores, like all this different stuff. It's totally different than where we're from in Sacramento.
There's a lot of crap like that coming to Phoenix though. Like it seems like there's probably a lot of hipsters in Phoenix, honestly.
Yeah, is there? I've yet to go, so
yeah. There's like Central Phoenix, like where I live. It's like every single person. It's basically like LA is basically what it is.
Just hipsters everywhere.
More people are moving here, and there's like these giant condo buildings, and there's like colleges and all that. So I don't know. Yeah, so I've never been to Sacramento. What's it like there?
Sacramento's cool. It's like basically like a grid in the central part of Sacramento. So it's like A through Z and then 1 through however many numbers I forget there are. And it's all laid out in a grid pretty much. And then there's little suburbs that spawn from the outside of Sacramento. And then the Sacramento River runs right through Sacramento that goes all the way down towards like San Francisco into the Bay. And it's a kind of it's like the capital of California. So it's a lot of like political events and stuff happen there all the time, like protests and stuff. But the music scene is actually really good. We have a few venues in Sac that get some pretty big artists to come through, which is really nice. But a lot of the times too, I remember when I first started paying attention to shows, like a lot of bands would skip Sacramento. It would be like San Francisco, then they'd skip right past it and go to Reno, which is in I don't know if you know where Reno is. Reno is like an hour and a half like northeast of Sacramento, right, in Nevada. Mm-hmm. So Sacramento's just one of those towns that like if it gets skipped over, like it's skipped over, but if a band comes, like everybody's going out to see that band.
So why would they skip over Sacramento, do you think?
It's a combination of things. What it really comes down to is like there's this whole thing I've learned from booking shows that it's like this booking territory, and certain promoters will say that you cannot book a show within like a 2-hour radius of where you're playing. So let's say like I'm playing a show in San Francisco and the promoter's like, okay, we can book the show, but you can't book a show anywhere on your tour that's within 2 hours because they don't want you to book a show in Sacramento and then the show in Sacramento sell out and be more popular than the San Francisco show.
Oh, it's everything's so close together. That makes sense.
Exactly. Yeah. So depending on the promoter and depending on how you're booking the shows, sometimes like bands will skip through Sacramento a few times before they actually come in and play. You know, but I mean, like a place like Phoenix, I imagine you guys get people all the time. I mean, no one, you know, if you're going to play Arizona, it's like you're going to play Phoenix.
Yeah, definitely. It's a big ass city. There's a lot of people. And also, like, I noticed, like, especially with like heavy metal and stuff, like people come here from Mexico to like see like big heavy metal bands and stuff too, because it's so close. It's interesting.
Oh, yeah, Phoenix?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I imagine like a lot of people go to Phoenix and a lot of people just go to Tucson for shows. You know, I mean, those are like, I mean, if you're gonna play in Arizona, I mean, you might play in Flagstaff. I mean, I know a couple bands who they'll go from like Albuquerque and then they got a show in Las Vegas, so they'll book a show in Flagstaff because they don't want to go all the way down to Phoenix and then go back up.
Flagstaff is nice though. It's like pine trees and super nice weather. In comparison.
Oh yeah, and then Arizona University, Northern Arizona University's there
yeah, all
too.
the college kids.
Yeah.
That's like that's all that town is just a college town. It's like really small.
Pretty much.
And it's just a college, and that's pretty much it.
a lot of partying.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So so can we play like one of your other videos too? Like those live videos?
Yeah, you could play one of the live videos. Whichever one you want to play.
Did you edit those yourself too?
No, those were actually done by a friend who basically, when we were playing these shows down in LA, I didn't know this was happening, but they were recording our sets. And I was like, oh, what are you guys going to do with those? And they're like, oh, well, we're like videographers, so we like to record bands and stuff and, you know, get practice at it. So is it cool if we like put some of the stuff out? We're like, oh, yeah, sure. That'd be super cool. So these were all recorded during our time in LA on our SoCal tour by our friends Brian and Joe. All edited by them and cut by them and everything.
Shout out to Brian and Joe.
Shout them out. I think you can find their links to their other work in the bio of the videos. You know, if you're in the LA area and looking for some videography work or photo work done.
I think Andrew used to be he's videographied bands before, haven't you?
Oh no, it was just quarantine.
Just quarantine. That was a band. Andrew filmed a band.
It was a bad band.
Yeah, they're pretty bad, but I mean, like, it's cool. They were our friends.
Yeah.
It's okay to be in a bad band. I've been in a bad band. Everyone's got to start out in a bad band, right?
You were in a good band. Chicken Wizard's great.
Chicken Wizard, our new hit single.
Is that what your band was called? Chicken Wizard?
Chicken Wizard.
No, like we have two singles. Chicken Wizard. We were gonna make an EP, but we haven't done anything in a long time, so that's probably not gonna happen. Anyway, so back to so which video should I play?
Play the Cheap Thrills one. That one's a good one.
That's the one that's not working, so it can't be that one.
Oh well. Well, damn. Do the door then.
Okay, let's do the door. I don't know why. It was like most of the videos on your channel worked, but for some reason it wouldn't let me do like a couple of them. I don't know. Whatever though. So we got the door. I thought it was just gonna be we have actual audio for it. That's cool.
Yeah, it's all synced up and everything. I think it was just recorded off their camera on an external mic.
Came out pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I would notice them filming and I would do like little like guitar things. You know how like when musicians see the camera, they like do some like moves, you know?
Yeah.
So I was kind of giving them something to film. And that club, funny enough, the Prospector in Long Beach, super cool club, just like a few blocks away from the beach. The stage is literally maybe 2 inches off the ground.
2 inches? That's high enough, right? Gives you 2 inches above the audience.
Yeah, you know. Just right there in your face. But it was a fun gig. We met this this lady who really liked this, and she wanted to book us the next day, but we had a show, and we're like, oh, we have this house show we're gonna play. So she's like, oh, why don't you play later the night after? And then we're like, okay. So we play this house party, and then immediately leave, play this other show, and we play this show at this punk bar. It's called the Doll Hut. I think it's one of the oldest bars in Anaheim, California. And dude, we played with like shaved head mohawk dudes, which was crazy.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Punk rock's pretty awesome.
Super awesome.
You ever break things when you're done with your set?
Well, I wanted to break a guitar when we did our record release show, but I don't really have a guitar to break, and no one wants to go buy a guitar to break. So.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, you don't want to break your guitar.
Yeah, I don't want to break my own guitar. If it was like a Squire or something, I'd be down.
A Squire?
Yeah,
I wouldn't even do that to a Squire. I'd be like,
if it was less than $100, no, I'll do it. If the guitar costs like, I don't know, less than 100, I'd break it just for the fun of it.
Is that your usual Gibson that you play with?
Yeah, that's my Les Paul Jr.
That's
that
sweet.
I play with.
That's super awesome. I was thinking about getting something like that, or a Telecaster. I'm kind of just back and forth.
Which one? The Telecaster with like the humbuckers or like the traditional?
I like probably the humbucker.
They have some really good ones that Fender was putting out recently.
Yeah, they just rebranded them, didn't they? They was like, I forget what they were called. Like,
I forget the name too, but they had this new series with the Telecasters with humbuckers in it that had like really good stock humbuckers in it, which was crazy.
Good stock, because like I like guitars with single coils, but it doesn't really match like what I'm playing or the style of music I play as much, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure. If you're gonna do a single coil, like if you have one or you're gonna do one, you know, you gotta get like the hot rails or like the mini humbuckers and replace it.
Oh yeah, I forgot they had those. Like so it's basically a humbucker, but it's like smaller, and fits in the same slot.
Yeah, my old guitar teacher had he had a Strat with like Screaming Demons in it, I think.
Yo.
And it just sounded like a humbucker guitar, even though it was like these little tiny single coils.
Yo, that's a good idea. Have you seen those guitars? They're not called a Telecaster, but they just have one single coil pickup.
Yeah, it's called a no-caster.
Yeah, maybe I should do that. That'd be sick, dude. Just like one of those, but it's a small like humbucker.
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be sick.
Yeah, they they have this thing on Fender now. It's like it's the custom shop, but it's not like the custom shop that is like thousands and thousands of dollars. I forget the name of it. It's a certain kind of custom. Oh, it's called the mod shop.
Really?
And you can basically order. I think they spec out to the same thing as like a American traditional. So they're probably the guitars worth. I think the guitar after you do all your mods is around $1,500 or $2,000. It's not as much as like as fancy as a custom shop, but they're still super duper nice.
Yeah, that's not nearly as expensive as custom shop.
Yeah,
that's like what I would spend. Probably no more than like $1,200. I would think. I don't want to get. I feel like if I buy a guitar that's too expensive, I'll just accidentally drop it or something.
Yeah, same. You know.
You know what I mean? I've done that before. I like put the guitar down on the stand like crooked and like fell over and like broke one of the tuners off. You know what I mean?
It's not fun.
Or just warp the neck. So I guess it's important to have a beater guitar that you don't really care about, and then maybe like when you're recording, do the have a nice expensive guitar. I don't know. What's
that's like with like for me, I mainly play that one guitar, but I also have a custom Kiesel that I played live with before a few times, and it's really nice. But I don't know, there's just something about the Junior that I like a lot. But I think if you're like from a touring perspective, I took like my cheapest gear out on the road, cheapest but sounding the bestest gear, because I didn't want, if it got stolen, I didn't want it to be like my most expensive priced amp or pedals. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it sucks you have to worry about that shit.
Yeah, you know, I like right before we left for tour, I think a week or two prior, this band that we like on the East Coast, their van got broken into and just got all their gear swiped right before they were gonna go and make their record. And I was just like, oh my god.
That sucks.
Yeah. So, you know, and that's another thing is just it could happen anywhere to anyone, you know. It doesn't matter if you're like in a sketchy part of town. It could just be like you're parked out in a Walmart parking lot somewhere, and just even there's people around, just someone comes in, smash and grab.
I would like immediately the next day like check all the pawn shops around.
Yeah, all the offer ups, everything. Yeah.
I don't know. Have you ever gotten like something stolen like that?
No, not really. It's never happened. You know, we've never had anyone like sketchy looking at the van or anything either.
Has anyone ever like stole your skateboard, then you saw them like riding it like the next day?
No, that's never happened to me. I've heard of people getting their bikes stolen and then seeing them around town, and they'd cut the locks on it and take it home.
That's hilarious. No, yeah, I remember when I was in I think I was in middle school, and like my friend got his skateboard stolen, and we were just walking down the street like home from school or whatever, and there's like there's like a little kid just riding it around, and we're like, hey, can we get that skateboard? It's kind of crazy. Yeah, just like you think you can just, especially if you're like a kid and you go to the same school or something, you know, like what the hell?
I know, it sucks that like people do that, you know. It's just, you could buy a cheap skateboard, or like you could buy a cheap bike and you could have it and it be yours. You know, it's like if you steal it, it's just it's more likely to get taken back and or stolen back.
Yeah, I don't know what my parents did to me, but I have this like insane like integrity thing, and like it just, I can't steal anything ever, and it's just like, I don't know, it just like hurts me.
You know what my like favorite thing to steal is?
What?
Like the free samples at stores.
Just steal like the whole thing, like all of them?
No, so like so sometimes they'll have a thing where it's like, oh, it's like a cup of coffee or something, and they only want one person to get the cup of coffee because it's like a bigger size cup of coffee than like a normal sample. So it's like you have like a hat on, you come around, you like grab it, oh, try this coffee, and then like you come back around, take the hat off, put your hood on, you're like, ooh, try this coffee, you know, and just do it as many ways as you can.
Sunglasses, 2 different hats.
Exactly.
And shave your beard off, go back. They'll never know.
All for the coffee.
No, you could do it. You could shave your goatee, and then you just have a mustache. Then you shave the mustache off. So they'd be like, you could have like 4 or 5 different facial hair styles. Yeah.
There was one time my dad and I were at this festival in Sacramento called Aftershock, and we didn't want to spend like $20 on a hot dog or a slice of pizza. So Matador beef jerky. You ever heard of that beef jerky?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think they're owned by Jack's Links. You know Jack's Links jerky with the Bigfoot?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, they were out there and they're giving out free like big things of beef jerky, but it's like 1 per person. So we're just like, oh, we're just gonna keep hopping back in and swiping free jerky. So literally like every like 10-15 minutes we'd go, just like grab some free jerky, walk around, eat it, come back, grab some more. We literally would just survive off beef jerky for that whole concert.
That's sick, man.
It was awesome.
That's beautiful. That's a beautiful story. Or you ever go to like Costco? Do you have Costco in California? Probably.
Yeah, we got Costco's.
Yeah, there's Costco everywhere. But yeah, they have free samples sometimes, don't they? Were just like everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go back to Costco. I have a membership, and I just haven't used it in like a year. I don't know why. It's kind of a waste.
Dude, just give it to me. I'll take it.
Just pretend you're me. No, it's the problem is like I'm one person. Like how many freaking almonds do I really need? You know.
All of them.
You know, so you can only the option is one like 20-pound bag of almonds, or no almonds, you know.
But the thing is I don't want the Costco card for like to buy stuff. I just want to go to the food court.
Oh yeah,
I
because they
just
have
want the
good
cheap
hot
pizza.
dogs and hot
Like
dogs.
tour
yeah.
hack.
You don't need
tour
a
hack.
you don't need a membership to go to the food court.
You do though. At the ones that are inside, they won't let
No?
you in.
You can go backwards.
Dun dun dun.
Just say
Just
you left your wallet at the food court when you were buying a hot dog and you go get it,
There you go.
and then you're like, oh, and then order something there.
Yeah, you know, I wish it was that easy.
Yeah, they're really strict about it.
I don't know. I mean, I've heard people say they're strict, and some are just like, no, just come in and like get the food. I mean, I don't know why they don't just let people come in to get the food, because they would be making even more money, you know.
They want to entice you to buy the membership.
Yeah. Oh, funny story. You want to hear a story about Costco? Okay, I got a good one. So, you know Mike Dirnt from Green Day, the bass player?
Yep.
So he was doing this thing where he was like, oh, I'm going to do like a tour of like Costco's to promote my coffee. So me and my aunt, we went into this Costco because she had the membership, the one that was near my house. And we went in there and we're just like waiting at the booth for the Green Day dude. And sure enough, he comes in, just like the dude from Green Day's like, hey, what's up? I'm here to talk about my coffee. And we're just like, what the fuck? Just got like pictures with him and everything. It was crazy.
So he has his own brand of coffee?
Yeah, him, Billy Joe, and Trey Cool. They have a coffee brand called Oakland Coffee.
Yeah, what's it called?
Oakland Coffee.
Really? Okay, maybe I'll try that.
Is it good?
It's good. It's honestly like the best. I don't want to say it's the best. I mean, I don't want to go on a limb and say it's the best coffee because I don't want people to think it's just because it's Green Day that it's like the best coffee. But it's just real. I mean, it's really good. It's organic and
Is it gluten free?
Probably yes.
Probably.
Coffee beans don't have gluten.
Is it free from? Is it animal cruelty free?
They have straight edge coffee.
What is that? What is straight edge coffee?
It's a medium dark roast with a robust velvety flavor.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, I looked it up. It looks pretty legit, man. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, Oakland Coffee, man. It's kind of expensive. A little more expensive than the old Pete's or the old Folgers.
Yeah. It is. It's a little bit, you know. But I mean, if you try it, I think you'll see why it's worth the $12.99 it is on Amazon right now.
So does it taste like Green Day's armpit sweat?
Oh, it does, 100%.
100%.
Does it taste as good as Green Day's music?
Oh, hell yeah, it does.
So pretty bad.
Nah, dude.
Just kidding.
Nah, dude. I mean, we could talk about that new Green Day track, but
I think I only listened to Dookie, and I had never listened to Green Day since then.
oh, dude, you should start from the beginning till now. It's pretty good.
And is there like a digression or like?
I think it. I mean, I'm kind of biased because it's my favorite band.
Oh,
and
it
I
is,
like
okay.
I like everything they put out. But I mean, their first like 5 records are some of my favorite records of all time.
Okay, yeah, I'll check them out.
Even the 2 before they went to a major are like solid punk albums that were like really big in the underground before they went totally mainstream with their sound. But it's crazy because it's like they were literally making their music and playing hecka shows like an hour and a half from like Sacramento, just like right over in the Bay.
Because they were really big when I was in elementary school. I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah, like American Idiot and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was so long ago.
Yeah, I just read an article. That album came out 15 years ago.
Yeah, so how old was I? 11? Yeah, I was elementary school, right?
Yep. There you go.
Yeah, I remember that because there was this girl that had like a crush on me and was like like insane like stalker like crush on me in elementary school, which is weird because it was elementary school. Like,
Yeah.
but I remember her favorite band was Green Day. That's all she talked about.
They got cooties.
Yeah, girls had cooties back then, dude.
Dude, you don't want the cooties.
They still have cooties, honestly.
Still do.
Yeah.
Okay, so the
What?
oh, go ahead, man.
No, you go ahead.
I already forgot what I was gonna say.
All right, fine. I was gonna say, what's your favorite band?
My favorite band,
Yeah.
probably Merciful Fate,
Ooh, okay.
or maybe Black Sabbath.
Dude, I thought your favorite band was Metallica.
Metallica, pretty low on the list.
I gotta say, have you seen that pedal from I think it's called Catalan Bread pedals? The Black Sabbath pedal they put out.
No, there's a Tony. Is it like Tony Iommi? Like,
It's called the Sabra Cadabra.
well, that sounds sick. Because I really like what is it called? Doom metal. That's what it is, right? Doom metal.
I've been really into Sleep lately.
Oh yeah.
Love me some Sleep. Here, I sent you a link to this video of Andy from Reverb.com.
Andy from Reverb.com. Oh yeah.
Even though he's
Oh yeah. Let me see if I can.
Dude, I love Sleep too.
I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it on the watch together. Ready?
Heck
We're
yeah.
gonna watch a video about a guitar pedal. That's weird. We don't talk about guitar pedals anymore. I'm just kidding. We talk about guitar pedals.
What's a guitar
Guitar pedals
pedal?
are so cool. Guitar pedals are like Pokemon cards. That's why I like them. People just collect them, trade them, spend all of their
rip them up, and
yeah.
you know.
Oh, did you ever build a kit?
No, I'm trying to find one I want to build.
Can I just send you one?
I mean, if you want to send me a kit, you can, but
I could probably piece one together, just random shit. I'll just throw a bunch of random components in a box and hopefully you can make a guitar pedal out of it. I'm just kidding.
Well, was it just like blank PCB board?
Yeah.
Like just like a breadboard, basically, kind of, and I gotta wire all of it.
Ooh, I think I have some actual PCBs though, like that I got made as like sample tests.
Yeah.
Man,
How much are those to get made?
If you're just doing like a short like prototype run, they're probably like $5 or $6 a board. But then if you go up to volume production, like over 100 at least, it goes way down, like $1 or $2. And then like, yeah, you can. And if you're like Samsung and you have to order 10,000, then it's like a cent per board or something. So
Jesus.
yeah, it's the price gets, because the way they have to set up their machines to manufacture the boards, so the more you have, the easier it is for them to print out a bunch of them, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's really interesting. It's a lot of work, a lot of research, trying to figure all this shit out, you know?
I know. I was watching some videos on it, and I'm just like, how do these guys just do all that?
It's fucking crazy.
It's a lot.
It's like a whole new world of knowledge.
Knowledge I didn't even know existed.
All right, we're gonna watch Sabracadabra. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to be just like Tony Iommi. Is he playing like Electric Wizard or something? That's what it sounds like.
I think so. Oh yeah, he is. He's in C sharp. Yeah.
That's sick. This is kind of the type of sound I was going for when I came up with my Snowman smoking a joint pedal.
I mean, isn't it basically they're just trying to emulate like a Laney solid state amp?
Yeah.
I think.
That sounds pretty cool, man.
Yeah, it goes for like $100 and something, like 30 or 60.
I'm sure.
But I mean, it's super nice. It's a nice pedal. It's a good sound. you're really trying to get those Black Sabbath tones, I mean, it's basically like Black Sabbath in a box.
So if you want to get a Black Sabbath tone, you just gotta watch the way Tony Iommi plays.
Oh yeah.
Because he favors the low E string all the time, like instead of actually playing up the other strings as much.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a thicker string.
Oh, I discovered this last night.
This guy's just finger picking all this?
Yeah, he doesn't play with a pick, which is weird.
He's playing the solo and everything with his fingers.
Yeah.
It's like... I don't know, maybe he just like forgot his pick and he's like, we're still doing this video. We're still doing it.
None of the other guitar players there have a pick.
They're all in the dryer. Dude, I'm jamming, dude. This is sick. Did you ever play that video game, Brutal Legend?
Never.
With
This is the
Jack Black and
Fred
Ozzy Osbourne's in it.
Pedal and spine.
That's that one. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I never played it, but I saw it.
It was pretty awesome. It had like, oh yeah, and Rob Halford was in it, and Rodney James Dio was supposed to be in it, but he couldn't finish his parts, so they got Tim Curry as the main villain instead.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. It's a fun game. Play that.
I sent you another video that I discovered last night that I guess there's a whole group of people that have, I don't know if it's I don't know, I can't remember if I'm getting the stories mixed up, but basically there's a group of people that say like Dark Side of the Moon can be put to like any movie and it syncs up really well.
Yeah, like Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, so
I don't want to
one I found was a Blart Side of the Mall.
I'll watch it later. I can't risk it.
Yeah, you don't want to risk getting the copyright, but it's good. It's definitely good if you got like 45 minutes to kill. You know.
I'll put the link in the video.
Yeah.
Do.
So let's talk about we have a couple minutes left. What are we gonna talk about?
Sandwiches.
Oh, we already know Cameron's favorite sandwich. Oh, I got a funny story about a meatball sub. All right.
Wait, I didn't pick meatball sub.
No, that's my favorite sandwich.
Oh, I thought we were talking about mine. I'm like, what? I'm like,
okay, what's your favorite sandwich?
what did I even say last time? I don't even remember. I think I made the debate about the Crunchwrap Supreme or something, or a hot dog being a sandwich.
Yeah.
But right now, I think my favorite sandwich is this breakfast sandwich I've been making. It's like eggs, a hash brown patty, some bacon, and some the lead singer of Offspring has this hot sauce called like Gringo Bandito. You put some of that on it with some like American cheese. Oh, dude, so good.
It sounds amazing.
It's the best.
So I was at a Subway the other day, and there's a 24-hour Subway right next to my work, which is really interesting. But yeah, so it was like the middle of the night. I went to the Subway and I ordered a meatball sub, right? And the guy behind the counter looked like he hasn't slept in like 3 days. He just looked so tired. He was either really, really tired or super high or both. But he was just like, huh? And like I was like, yeah, give me a meatball sub. And he's like, all right. And so I got a 6-inch sub, right? And he goes and gets the bread. And then he puts down the whole foot long, and he slices it open. And he opens it up flat on the table. He opens up the bread flat on the table, and he just stares at it for like a good 45 seconds. and he's like, instead of 6-inch, right? And I was like, yeah, man, 6 inches is good. So he's like, but he already cut it in half. So I was like, so he closes it again, and he grabs the knife, and he cuts the bread, and he like misses the center by like a good 2 inches or so, and so he holds up both the pieces of both halves of the bread, and one of them is like super long and so much longer than the other piece, and he's just like, and he actually gave me the long piece, which was nice, and then he goes over to the sauce and the meatballs, right? And first thing he does is, so it's probably like an 8-inch sandwich at this point. So he Yeah, he drenches it in sauce, and then he literally okay. So he gets one meatball.
What?
He puts one meatball on the sandwich and then closes it. So it's like this 8-inch sandwich with a bunch of marinara sauce and one meatball. Like, I'm not even like kidding. Like, this is what happened.
I mean, it is a meatball sandwich, not a meatballs sandwich.
And I didn't like. I should have said something, but I didn't say anything, and I just paid for the sandwich and ate it.
Wow, way to
I was
go,
like, I didn't want to like. I know he was having a hard time at work, in the middle of the night at Subway. So I was like, yeah, I probably should have said something, Wouldn't be that big of a deal to put 2 more meatballs on there.
That's my biggest pet peeve though at Subway is it always seems like when they cut the sandwich, like the top is gonna have like 3 inches of bread and the bottom is just gonna be like 1 inch. So like every time you bite into it, it's just like mostly like bread. It's not like an even distribution.
You're so right. Subway needs to get their shit together, yeah. Subway. Oh yeah, so the giveaway we had this week, all right, was the Tap Daddy shirt. Like nobody entered, not one person entered the Tap Daddy t-shirt giveaway. I tried posting on it. I think we need to move it over to Instagram next time because Facebook sucks.
Yeah, Facebook does kind of. I think you definitely got to be more active on Instagram.
I need to pick up my Instagram game. That is solely true. Andrew can take care of Facebook. He's good at posting memes, but I'm gonna have to step up that Instagram. And
what you can do is you can just make a thing of hashtags, like a note on your phone. That way you just write the caption and then you can just copy and paste all your guitar pedal or whatever hashtags, and then you don't have to sit and type it out every time.
Yeah, I need to at least post once or twice a day and like make it a habit.
Yeah.
But
we got this giveaway for the Addalemon prize pack.
So yeah, I'm still gonna buy a Tap Daddy t-shirt for myself because I said I would, but it's too bad that no one entered the contest because they could have just got a shirt. So this week is gonna be the Addalemon prize extravaganza.
It's gonna be a fun one. So this pack includes a t-shirt, which hopefully I don't sell out of at the record release show. And if it does, then I guess we'll print something special for you because you're a special person if you win. So you'll get a t-shirt, and then you'll get to choose either a CD or cassette, and then you'll get a sticker and a pin.
That's really awesome.
I want a sticker.
I already have an Addalemon shirt myself, so I don't have to buy another one, maybe.
So you're lucky.
I bought one. I bought it. I gave Cameron money for the t-shirt, okay? I also bought a BK and the Understanding shirt. I wear that around too. Because I like supporting people.
He's a supporter.
So anyway, so I think the whole week we're going to have the contest, right? And it's just going to be... So is it just going to be like whoever leaves the funniest comment or something?
Well,
or is it be random? Should it be random?
I don't know. I mean, what should we do? Just follow.
I think random. I think random is usually like the best way to do it because.
Yeah, then a comment.
People are like, "Oh, that's not fair."
Yeah, we'll just do. You have to follow Addalemon on Instagram and Eager Electronics on Instagram, and then like us on Facebook, and yeah.
So I'll definitely. We can post it on Facebook too, but I'm gonna post it on Instagram like with the contest and everything. So.
Yeah, I'll do a little post too. We can get it going, but you'll get a nice t-shirt, you'll get a CD or cassette, whichever you choose, and then a sticker and pin to go along with it, and you'll be an Addalemon super fan in no time.
We will announce the winner next week on the podcast.
Next week.
Anyway, thanks for chatting. Let's see. I'm gonna go purchase myself a Tap Daddy t-shirt.
Get your Tap Daddy t-shirts now.
Get your Tap Daddy t-shirts now, because no one wanted a free one. So now I'm just gonna keep it for myself, suckers.
Haha.
I think that artwork is really fucking cool though.
Oh yeah. I love
dang.
the art that he was doing on his shirts.
Super cool, man. All right, I'm gonna go do something else that's not this. So I guess I'll see you guys later.
All right.
See you later.
Thanks for listening, folks.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Well, yeah.